in the darkness of night. We wear the blue, ready to fight. Every move we make, every step we take, undercover blues, our lives at stake. Beneath the surface, we find the truth. Evaluate, cop, searching for proof. We serve and protect. It's in our blood, but sometimes it's tough, misunderstood. We're the guardians of peace and justice in the alleys and streets, where the shadows kiss in the face of hate. We stand tall, working for the greater good, giving our all.
Test me. Oh my God. What up? Welcome. Good morning. Welcome to the StackBot CEO page. I'm your humble host, aka StackBot. Turn my phone. Cancel this notification. Every time I feel like I want to do something, a million people start calling. I came on early today for a reason. I wanted to see if this spot was going to be too fucking loud. Hold on. You say turn my volume up? I might have to move. If the volume is too low, let me know. Without trolling the pieces. I'm going to change it. It was just, listen, I did that for nostalgia. But can you hear me now? You need me to turn this shit up because I'm in a loud ass place. So let me know. Yeah, this is the motorcycle. Listen, I got a lot to talk about today, right? I came on early because a few things happened with the company, Butterfly, and the rest of y'all who give a flip. So we got some good news and we got some things we want to work on. But yesterday's show was good, not because anybody watched it, no, but because y'all actually gave me some good ideas. I'm gonna, like I said, I apologize for it, the sound being loud, but I'm always moving on the street, and I got to be out here with the people in order for them to know what I'm doing. So I'll be moving around. I might go to the beach for a little bit because it's gonna be quiet. But right now I'm actually sitting in where I normally sit to smoke cigars and everything and to do work in the morning time. It's in front of like a little taco stand, not a little taco stand, like a food stand but it's nice. Anyway, so yeah, I lost a lot of weight because stressed out over this company. But we so yesterday, my brother called me, right? And if y'all don't know what's going on, I actually built an AI company. So during this time, I've been trying to figure out how to promote it. And I started doing YouTube again for two reasons: to bring promotion to what I'm doing over here in Latin America, and also to get ideas about with the company, and to actually have the people who I know and trust, my followers, who I know, they're gonna troll me, but they actually gonna do good by me, to give me some ideas. We did a show yesterday on GoPro, and we were trying to figure out ways that GoPro could have did things better in order for them to stay relevant. GoPro right now is just going down the drain. GoPro right now is getting screwed over. They lost 98% of their value. because they didn't think about anything else, right? So I wanted to avoid those pitfalls. So right now I'm documenting my journey as a new business owner. If you don't know, I was a cop for damn near 20 years. I didn't do anything with business, but I always had a wild imagination and hard work and dedication. I hate to tell y'all, it's really no books on how to become a better businessman. It is, but it isn't. I hate to tell somebody that. But it is they do sell you a bunch of courses. I can promise you that. Everybody got a Patreon telling you how much money you can make in business and all that. And honestly, those courses are enough. You remember yesterday, the young lady said that preachers in the church, I gotta move because these fucking motorcycles, I know they loud as shit. Dominicans love being loud. They my people, but God darn. Remember yesterday, the young lady was saying the preachers want to keep the single ladies inside the church, right? Because that's their revenue, that's their income. It's the same way a lot of times with these business platforms. They want to give you enough to just, keep you in the echo chamber. That's my opinion. I could be 100% wrong. Be honest with you, I ain't gonna pay for the courses because I'm cheap and I ain't got no money anyway. But that's what I see from the outside looking in. And if I'm wrong, I apologize. But today's show, we got a lot to talk about. We're going to be talking about a little bit of the New York race, not because I want to, it's because it pertains to AI, sort of. Another thing we're going to talk about is Amazon cutting so many jobs and UPS cutting so many jobs. So we're going to go through those. These fucking Dominicans. I know I'm at the move, y'all. Everything is just loud. I don't know if mufflers are illegal. I don't know if mufflers are illegal in the Dominican Republic because nobody ever had one. I think they're illegal. I don't think you're allowed to have a muffler in this country. I swear to God, you can't have a muffler. You get a muffler, you go to jail. You can say become a bag chaser. That's a fact. If Anton from AntonDaniels.com want to donate a bag chaser to me so I can get that bread, let me know. But also, this should be pinned to the top. So right now, if you want to donate to my broke fund, let me know. The Cash App is pinned to the top and also at the bottom. So that's up to y'all if y'all want to do. Right now, if you want to be a part of something we can build, the people who actually donate next month when the company is up and running, you'll be the first ones on your names will be out there for the people who supported the company and you'll be a part of the founders list, whereas though you'll get merch. Your name would be exactly next to mine and a few other things I could think of. So like I said, it's up to you. Usually people try to donate the shit that they never get anything from. But what I want to do is show you exactly what you'll be donating to. I don't never ask for money, but this thing is too important for me not to even try to make this thing work. So like I said, it's up to you. Trash and Butterfly, dig this one. So I was looking at the topics for this morning and I just came across an old video. Butterfly, and this had me rolling. This video had me rolling, right? It's this one. I don't care about politics anymore. Y'all know. Don't even pay attention to who talking. You know what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on the dude who's doing sign language because I don't trust none of them. I'm not saying I don't trust deaf people. I just don't trust these people that they hire to do sign language. And this is the reason why. Watch this.
Thank you, everyone, for being here.
How you know what he's saying?
We put a call out about an hour ago. And with this call, and I'm so glad that you are here.
He is. I don't trust none of he's saying.
You came on a moment.
What is you doing, sir? I don't know what you're saying.
Every single person standing here understands the gravity of this situation.
That's right.
And what we want to show to the world, you want to know Los Angeles? This is Los Angeles.
Now, y'all want to know why I got a unhealthy, untrustworthy feel about these people who do this? Y'all don't remember they got Obama at the Nelson Mandela funeral. Come on, man, stop playing with me. I don't just be making stuff up, folks. Y'all remember this? Y'all remember this right here?
It was an occasion to remember a legend, a time for people everywhere to absorb words of tribute from world leaders for
Some
Nelson
bullshit.
Mandela. But more and more, the enduring impression of Tuesday's memorial is the performance
Look.
of the man who was supposed to be signing for the deaf, but communicating nonsense. Today, the story went from puzzling to alarming. The man says he was hallucinating as he stood on stage next to the leaders, and that he has experienced violent outbursts in the past. Senior correspondent Susan Ormiston reports.
Words from the powerful to a global audience. Tributes Tuesday for Nelson Mandela. Trouble is, the interpreter for the deaf got the messages wrong. At worst, he was signing gibberish. Today, Tamsanka Yankee says he suffered hallucinations.
I see angels come to the stadium. And immediately I see angels come to the stadium, I start realizing that the problem is here.
Yankee says he is being treated for mental illness, and his episodes have happened before.
Sometimes I will react violent on that place. Sometimes I will see like things like chasing me, and then I was in a very difficult position.
Yet he was hired and accredited to stand right next to world leaders. The South African government won't say who hired him or checked his credentials. The company he allegedly worked for has disappeared.
On behalf of the family,
Or why only one interpreter had to translate up to 17 tributes over 4 hours. That would tax anyone.
He was alone, might have started well, and then in the middle he became tired and lost concentration. Did a mistake happen? Yes.
Yo, Butterfly. Is he Nigerian? Boy, them damn Nigerians know how to get anywhere and get the bag, don't they? God damn. Listen, they not only got them, they got the police department too. This is why I don't trust them. Not deaf people. I trust deaf, but these interpreters, because you don't know. You don't know. Look, they even got the police department. Damn police department got. Look at this dumb shit.
It's happened again. Another sign language interpreter accused of signing total gibberish. This time it was at the police news conference announcing an arrest in the Tampa serial killings.
We will be charging 4 counts of first-degree murder.
Standing off to the side, apparently.
Yo, Butterfly, did you see she got the only thing she got right was the 4? Yo, she was confident in the 4. That was the only thing she knew. He said 4. She made sure she got that shit right. I ain't bullshitting. Look at this. Watch this. She gonna be confident as hell. Look, told you. Look at that.
Killings.
We will be charging 4 counts of first-degree.
That's the only thing she got right. That was the only thing she. That was the only thing she got right. That is crazy. That is crazy.
Degree murder.
Standing off to the side, apparently translating.
That's what I'm saying. There's no database or nothing you can go to get a damn translator. Like where to verify. Like, this is crazy. Yeah, she moving the shit out them fingers, Butterfly. She like this. She got that 4 right, but everything else, the damn deaf people said they don't know what the hell she was talking about. She is so confident in the bull crap. This is why I don't trust it. Like, come on. Like, that's crazy. Just like I heard that little teacher who got sent back to Grenada, that boy that was supposed to be the one that was supposed to be a doctor, and none of his credentials is right. These people know how to get the bag. These people, they just be giving money away. God bless them. Let me get $1.
Every word, this woman.
We received over 5,000 tips in this case.
But it turns out much.
First of all, I would have thought 5,000 would have been like. She was too lazy to even put the zeros up. She just said, forget it. She was too lazy to put the damn, look at this.
standing off to the side, apparently translating every
Jeez, what the fuck is? Come on, lady. No, they is tripping.
word. This woman.
We received over 5,000 tips in this case.
But it turns out much of what she was signing was non.
But Butterfly, what you think her excuse was? What you think her excuse was that she's just gonna go to jail? The African boy got out of it. He played crazy. The African boy just played crazy. He just pretended he didn't know what was going on. He didn't know what was going on. He just acted like, listen, the devil came to touch my mind. I need some Tramadol, 2 Percocets, and a gummy, and I'll be okay. I got to go to therapy because my dog licked peanut butter off my balls 10 years ago, and I ain't. Oh, was it? She was right about that? Oh, I apologize. Why would that? Why would 5,000 be this though? That don't make any sense. They framing her, oh, because she a Black American woman.
She waved her arms around like she was singing Jingle Bells, says one outraged sign language expert. The woman, identified as Derlin Roberts, has a string of arrests for fraud. So how did she come to be translating at last week's high-profile police news conference?
I just didn't ask enough questions.
Tampa Police Public Information Officer Steve Hegarty.
Sir, you losing your job right now. Don't even collect your at the office. Go ahead. Don't even collect your stuff. How did you not vet her? He probably was trying to get the coochie. I'm gonna tell you that. That's what happened. He was trying to get that coochie. Let me see. There you go. He was trying to get that coochie. That's all he was doing. He was trying to be slick. He was trying to be slick, Butterfly. Look at him. That scamming woman probably put something on him. She probably gave him some the week before, talking about some, yeah, you know how to do sign language. Oh, really? Ain't even better. She got her zaddy. And now he coming there telling me something. Oh, that's my fault. Yeah, pack your bags, sir.
Told me the woman simply showed up out of the blue and offered her services.
My immediate reaction was, I didn't call for a sign language interpreter, but that's great that we have one here. I let her in.
Is that how easy it is to get a job? Is that how easy it is to get a fucking... Are you serious right now? Yo, I'm glad I'm retired. So you telling me during an important news conference, a woman walked up to you. I know y'all, this ain't got nothing to do with tech. I apologize. People don't even care about my damn show anyway. So it's just me and Butterfly like back in the day. Butterfly, she walked up and said, hey, I know how to do sign language. You want me up there? And he was like, yeah. That's it. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do, huh? You just gotta go up there and say, hey, I know I do sign language. Go ahead and take this job. That is crazy. That is wild.
Did this woman appear to know what she was doing?
To the untrained eye, and that would include mine, I didn't see any problems.
This latest embarrassment comes 3 months after it was revealed that the sign language interpreter at a Hurricane Irma news conference also
they got a white man up there?
made no sense.
The time to act is now.
Oh, he lazy.
Is
No, we got to find that one. We got to find that one because he was lazy. You see that? Butterfly, he didn't even try to do sign language. Did you see it? Did y'all see? He didn't even try to do sign language. Look at this lazy fuck. At least the other two was getting down. If I give him anything, I give him that. Look at her. Look how she go.
Latest embarrassment comes 3 months
She getting
after
it
it
in.
was revealed that the sign language
Look at this lazy fuck though. He ain't even trying.
interpreter at a Hurricane Irma news conference, also in Florida,
He's just lazy.
made no sense.
The time to act is now.
He act like he don't even want to be there. That was crazy.
summing up the latest goof.
We won't be using that woman again.
No,
Cops say this.
you won't be using a fake sign language interpreter ever again. You don't say. You don't say, you moron. You don't say. Yo, should I do a show on living in Latin America? Because it's hella interesting, man. It's the same, but it's different than living in the States. The things I thought I knew visiting, I found out living here, I ain't know it all. I did not know it all. It's different, because yeah, he knew she was fake. Yeah, he was tripping. All right. So have y'all been keeping up with the mayoral race or anything else like that? I don't really care about it, but I do care on a sense of people doing the same thing over and over. So I started a little bit early because I got up 3 o'clock in the morning to deal with the developers. So if you go on my Facebook page for either the StackBots or the StackBot CEO, you'll see I updated some things. I added some more information. Trying to explain exactly what the company is and what it does and how you can actually profit from it. So I think I didn't post it to my community page because I was lazy. So if you actually go there, you'll actually see the company motto. My bad, y'all. Everybody keep texting me and everything else like that. So we'll talk about it a little bit later. Let's get these stories out the way because they're actually going to interloop with what we're talking about. So if you've been keeping up with this mayoral race, it's kind of interesting how people think. And this lets you know the mindset of people. People they basically do the same thing over and over again. It's a saying, right? That people always say, strong men make good times basically make weak fucking men, and weak men basically make terrible goddamn times. And that's been going on for generations, since the beginning of time. So it's just a loop. I tell everybody it's nothing new. Nothing ever changes. I mean, it changes, but it stays the same. It's just, they go in time. You get what I'm saying? It just goes in stages. So right now we think it's different, but literally it's the same thing that happened maybe 200 years ago, just with more technology. Nothing changes. Everything literally just goes in stages. So people getting mad at New Yorkers for talking about socialism. They talk about socialism and how terrible it is, but guess what? In the even before Hitler came into power, yeah, they do. They do. They have big Halloween events all around there. So I should have got on a promotion for this. I didn't even realize it was Halloween today. I think it's today. I dropped the ball on that one. But I do have some promotional events we're gonna do anyway. So everything just goes over and over again. So I understand why people get mad. They're gonna bring whatever they want to bring in. Either they're gonna help the situation or jack it up, and people gonna vote the opposite way. There's no need to get upset. It just is what it is. But what we can do is, my opinion is, learn from it. Like, why continue to put ourselves in a system that you really won't benefit from? You get what I'm saying? It's like being in a stale relationship where you just relying on somebody to do something for you. And then you complain about it when you have the choice to do something different. Like, take myself, for example. So you have people who complaining that basically they need a handout because times are hard for them, right? Some for valid reasons, you might say, and some because they're just lazy bums. It is what it is. But then on the other hand, you got people who actually trying to do something good and put things out there to make the world a better place and might need help. But what happens with that is they don't get that handout and they got to just push on. But those are the type of people, when they do make it, people say, well, we need to take from you and give to everybody else because you have more. But this is the thing. They didn't see the nights where your credit cards is maxed out, where your bank accounts is low, where you working 18 hours a day, where you sleeping on the floor, where you stressed out, where you don't know where the next dollar gonna come from, where you trying to prove yourself. See, they don't see about all that. So when I used to hear people talk about it, when I used to hear Bezos and Elon and all them other dudes talk about it, I used to think it was a game. Until now, my dumb ass is going through it. And I said, oh, so now you can't say these dudes ain't deserve whatever they got, because they put themselves and they put their life on the line when nobody else wanted to. You get what I'm saying? Like, how much do you suffer? And then how do you tell somebody they can't reap the rewards of their hard work? But yet, these are the same people who say you sow a seed and then let it fruitful and multiply. It's weird, man. The way people talk make no sense. So you sow a seed, and it's supposed, once you sow a seed, it's supposed to be fruitful and multiply. But you basically invested in yourself, and now you're reaping those benefits, and people want to take that away from you. It's wild. I don't get it, man. I don't get how people think. But let's just talk about this mayoral race. Let's see what the people in New York are saying.
Mamdani. Take a look at these new numbers. A new Suffolk University poll shows Mamdani is leading with 43%, and Andrew Cuomo is at 33.6%. Curtis Sliwa remains at 10.6%. Cuomo has narrowed that 10 points. It was 20 points away in the last Suffolk poll. Sliwa remains defiant on remaining in this race until next Tuesday, despite growing pressure to drop out, so that Cuomo and...
So this is crazy. Yo, think about it. They telling you to drop out, right? This is how crazy politics is. They might like you, but they say for the greater good, drop out so that vote won't go to the other person. So the people who's supposed to be your boy, like, yo, leave. We don't want you no more. It's not about doing good. It's not about doing a right or wrong thing. It's never about that. It's never about that, y'all. Get that out your head. It's never about right and wrong. For some odd reason, people just think it's a morality thing. It's never about right and wrong. It would never be about right and wrong, because people can choose what's fucking right and what's wrong. People can always do that. In my mind, stealing is wrong, but in somebody else's mind, stealing is just a way of life. It's not about what's right and wrong, because we choose it. White folks came to the lands and killed everybody. To them, it was right. To them, it was right. Indians enslaved other Indians. To them, it was right. Black people sold other black people. To them, it was right. It's not about right and wrong. Get that crap out your mind. It will never be about right and wrong. 18 years as a cop, I can tell you that. You know how I know? Because policies changed. Just as late as 2 years ago. Dude, they used to tell us if we wore a mask as a cop, you can get written up and everything else. COVID came along, and then they said if you didn't get a wear mask, you was going to be written up because you're going to spread the germs and kill everybody. You're going to breathe on your dog and he's going to die. But then now they're saying, oh, you can't wear a mask again. You can get the same treatment that you did before. You get what I'm saying? Nothing stays the same. I mean, nothing changes. People are full of shit. It's not about right and wrong, folks. It never is. It never is. So stop getting offended or stop getting mad. Yeah, you can't, Rusler, you said it yourself. You can't fucking win. It's stupid. And people take this shit serious. I'm going to show you an interview on CNBC next. I think it's CNBC, whatever it is. They were all in on socialism a few years back during COVID when everybody else. But now the tides has changed and they like, yeah, this thing not good. Like, this is a joke.
Sliwa do not split the votes. Joining me now is the man himself, New York City now independent mayoral candidate, Andrew Cuomo, former governor of New York. Great to see you, Governor.
Good to be with you, Maria.
Thank you.
How much Cuomo worth? He got a couple dollars. Cuomo, what you about 80? 80 years old. I ain't listen. Go ahead, man. Go ahead and get a little 40-year-old. Go to the beach. Go to Colombia. You know what I mean? Get your old ass legs out in the sand. Get a little sun. Get out of politics. You probably got a couple of eyes. Your brother, he on News Nation. Your family probably got a couple of eyes. Why you want to deal with this shit? You a New Yorker at heart? Okay. No. You get what I'm saying? Get what I'm saying? Go ahead, man. Go ahead and live your life, man. You done turned into a damn independent. Them white folks don't fool with you no more, sir. Respect. Shout out to the shout out.
So much. Congratulations to you on narrowing this race. How are you going to close this gap?
Well, we have about another week left. The gap is closing on its own. What's happening, Maria, is the more they learn about Mamdani, the less support he has. What happened early on is, he was very good on social media and everything sounded fine. But now that when you actually look at what he was talking about, there's no there there.
That's where you're wrong. People hear what they want to hear. Yo, Rez and yo, Butterfly, have I not been saying this forever? People hear what they want to hear, dog. What? This man can tell them he eat rats balls. Or he eat tails of goddamn frogs. He eat frog tails. Or he like to lick car tires. And then people would say, well, no, what he really meant was he liked to just make sure his tires stay clean. No, the man said he liked to lick car tires. People hear what they want to hear. Why are you pretending? They don't give a what? Are you kidding me? Why you think your favorite YouTubers who always in the scandals still keep their audience? Why you think that dude, Nicky Sanchez, the little white boy who talk a lot of bullshit, why you think he still got his audience? Oh, he not this. He just mean this. No, the man literally said this. And I'm not mad at him. Everybody got to get their audience. He realized a long time ago, half the shit he say never gonna happen. But if he can make money from you morons listening to it, he's going to continue to say it. Oh, StackBot CEO, you don't know what you talking about. Yo, what's going on, y'all? I'm telling you, it's all a game. It's all a game. And upon the people gonna fall for it, they're gonna still fall for it. Look at Cuomo. Cuomo got caught chasing women. Got his hand caught in a cookie jar. Remember during COVID? Yeah. Yep. This shit is crazy.
Also, the Republican vote for Curtis Sliwa is dropping because people get that Sliwa is not a viable candidate. And really, if you vote for Curtis Sliwa, you're voting for Mamdani. And my agenda is much more attractive to the Republicans.
Well, you were feisty in that debate. Everybody said you won that last debate. How can you continue to point out some of these issues that you're talking about when referring to Mamdani and what he will do to New York?
Yeah, well, people get it. They now get the difference that I am the Democrat. He is a socialist. New York cannot survive as a socialist economy, right?
You ain't got to worry about that, wrestler. Y'all about to be socialist. Yeah, that's a fact, Butterfly. Wrestler, y'all about to be socialist. You ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to imagine it. That shit is here. Now, I will say, early voting came in. And trust me, I ain't trying to talk about this. It's funny to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Early voting came in, and they actually say it's tighter than what they think. But that mother lover Mamdani, whatever his name is, Mamdani, or the other dude, Sliwa, Sawwell, that motherfucking Sawwell, he is an a-hole. You know what? He's not gonna quit. He said he'd rather let that thing go down in flames before he done. Got the magnanimity and that Sawwell dude. Them dudes, yo, imagine living in New York. Wrestler, shout out to Wrestler. This is your choices. These are your choices. You got the magnanimity, you got the Sowell, and you got this mother lover. That's your choices, huh? That's all y'all got. Congratulations. Congratulations. And then that poor police commissioner, the one that looked like she on the spectrum. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Wrestler, your police commissioners. Like, shout out to the shout out, bro. I might want to do business with him.
He would chase corporations out of this city, out of this state. He would chase wealth out of this city and state. And that just doesn't work for anyone if you have declining revenue. He is against the NYPD. He's against public safety. And one of the key issues in this city is public safety. I want to add 5,000 police officers.
Oh, God, I hate to do this. It's not a crime show. How are you going to add 5,000 jobs to a job that people don't want? Why? Like, nobody wants the job anymore. It used to be a time where people took the job because they had no choice. They wanted to feed their family. It's not even attractive anymore. How are you going to add 5,000 jobs and 5,000 people to a job that nobody fucking wants? That makes no sense. That makes no sense.
He has phony solutions on how to make housing affordable. The only way to make housing affordable is build more housing. I was the former HUD secretary, as you know, and I have a whole plan to do that. So they understand that.
Yo, Rez, how does rent control work? And I'm being genuine because I saw something. If you want to come up, let me know. I saw something the other day that was mind-blowing. And I don't know if I saw it on another show or I might have saw it on another show. And it said people who are in rent control spaces can pass that property down from generation to generation. So the landlord will be stuck with a family forever and they can't do nothing about it. You say it's a landlord scheme. So they say one of the crazy things about it is you'll have people in rent control areas, right? And the thing is, they'll take apartments. Like I said, I don't have a dog in this fight. I don't know. I'm poor. But what they said was you'll have some people in rent control areas. And what they would do was they would have a cheaper apartment that they know is rent control. And it'll be in areas where it's closer to like sporting events. So they can get like, now they can afford to get Knicks tickets. Now they can afford to get, I don't know why you want to go to a Jets game or a Giants game. I don't know why you want to do that. You get what I'm saying? So you saying it's Section 8? So they said they passed it down. No. They literally said, I'm telling you, I can find it. I'm going to find it. They find it. They said rent control. They never said Section 8. I know Section 8 you can pass down. That's why that's black folk generational wealth. Lord, forgive me. Why did I say that? I should have said that. I should have said that. That was bad. That's bad. That was bad. But Section 8 is kind of sometimes black folks generational wealth. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like even people in my family pass project homes down from family from generation to generation. Like they don't like that. Yo, you remember I did a show walking around the streets of Philadelphia, and I said, listen, they figured out a long time ago that they don't need as many prisons as they did before. Why? Because they got ways to keep you stuck in the same place, keep people stuck in the same place without leaving their neighborhood. Think about it. So some people have Section 8. They know they're going to get their Section 8 apartment from their mother, or that was passed down from their grandmother, that was passed down from their great-great-grandmother, that was passed down from their great-great-great-great-great-grandmother. So guess what? It's no incentive for them to ever do better. Not one. I got family members that still living in the same flipping project home. They've been in that bitch for 5 generations. They get their $700 a month, they rent paid. They can go ahead and do some hair on the side. You know what I mean? Take a couple girls trips out, get their food stamps. You know, treat a man like me to some strength. Because y'all know I used to like back in the day, I used to love them girls on them food stamps. Boy, I used to get them crab legs, get them seafood fries with the Old Bay seasoning all up on them. Boy, I'm telling you right now. Boy, I used to date a girl to get me them Old Bay fries. Hey, boo, I was sitting in the bed one day like a king. Boy, she came in with some crab legs and some Old Bay fries. Oh, I ain't know what to do. I felt like a king. I'm telling you. You ain't had nothing in your life. You sit in the bed, a girl will bring you some fresh crab legs with some Old Bay fries. But that's back in the day. I don't do that kind of stuff anymore. I'm a Christian.
Mamdani doesn't have a plan, doesn't have any qualifications whatsoever for the job. It's really getting Republicans to understand what President Trump said, that Sliwa is not ready for prime time. He is not viable. Don't throw your vote away.
They said the same thing about you, Trump. They literally said the same thing about you. And this is the fucked up part. You're a victim of your own success. You're a victim of your own success. They said the same exact thing about you. So now people saying, well, if you did it, I can do it. You set the stage for this, bro. Think about it. Tell me if I'm right or wrong about that, y'all. How can you say the same thing, but they said the same thing about you? So now you set the floor for all these morons. And I wrote it for I rock with the homeboy. He ain't my guy like everybody else that died for him, but you set the stage for this. They said the same exact thing about you. Same exact thing. Say the same thing. Like, come on.
It's between me and Mamdani.
And of course, we saw that from Eric Adams. I saw you at the Knick game the other night with Eric Adams. He recently endorsed you. You picked up another major endorsement just yesterday from former New York Governor David Patterson. Here's what he said at your campaign event when you were in the Bronx. Watch this.
When we have so many issues before us, poor housing, crime, unemployment and underemployment, poor and inadequate health.
They look like they kidnapped him. He don't want to be there. Who the hell is that? Who the hell is that? They're like, they kidnapped that mother lover. He's like, he didn't want to be there. God, he's just suffering. He don't even want to be there. That's crazy. That is ridiculous.
Care facilities and often a failed educational system.
Yeah, Eric took that money.
Somebody who can come in and
Eric had that little young buck working for him, Butterfly. Eric Adams had that little young buck, we call it young buck in Philly. That's a young lady. Had a little young lady working for him. I don't know if she had a BBL, but she was bad. It was like she was the head of sports entertainment or something for the city of Philadelphia. For the city of New York. You let that little young thing. He had her hidden. They found her. Come on out. Come on out.
and reorganize and give our children the education they deserve and put people in this city who can't afford it into decent and affordable housing. No one's going to get a free ride, no matter what some people are promising. But there is a great opportunity for this city if we elect this gentleman right now next Tuesday.
You don't even know his damn name. Shout out to the shout out. Talking about this gentleman. You don't even know his name, old man. The hell are you? All right, let's go on to the next story. Where we at? We already talked about the fake interpreter. Let's go on to this one. So apparently Cuomo says it's going to be a civil war in New York. Oh, that's what you already got. Yeah, last that one, right? Oh, early voting numbers. Here we go. This is what I want to talk about. Let me know if you get too loud, y'all. I can take my ass to the beach. Early voting numbers is out. And apparently it's a little bit more surprising than what people thought.
Days from now, at this very moment, polls will officially be open on Election Day here in New York City, but more than 220,000 have already participated in early voting. Eyewitness News reporter Crystal Cranmore is live for us at City Hall with the latest. Good morning, Crystal.
Good morning, Pedro. Well, it's day 4 of early voting, and so far the strongest turnout has been among middle-aged voters and older voters. That is a stark contrast from what we saw during the Democratic mayoral primary, where younger voters helped propel Zohran Mamdani to victory. So right now it's a race against the clock as the candidates try to appeal to those undecided voters. Now, Assemblyman Mamdani spent part of Monday at a polling site on the Upper East Side a day after.
What was on the back of that wall? What was on the back of him? Was that Malcolm X? Did y'all see that? Oh my God. Did y'all see that video? I'm gonna have to just throw this whole show away. This ain't got nothing to do with tech. So I think I might just do tech on my StackBot page, and this one I just do me. Dude, that seems like it's a smarter way to do it. This show is just my personality, but the other page is just strictly for tech. What y'all think? But did y'all see Cuomo or whatever the hell his name is on the show? And he was doing an interview talking about how he played basketball, and that mother lover tried to sound like he was African American. The code switch was crazy. And them jigaboos up there like, yeah. I said, this is every time you go on a black show, it's never about the politics. It's always about sports or food or entertainment. This is the problem I had. They don't never take anything serious. He would never go up there on a platform and do that to anybody else. But the black folks, they do not mind going up there. The first thing they talk about is how they dad passed them a basketball. Like that's all black folks do. That is it. That's crazy. You had to see this interview. I was like, what is going on? That reminded me of Hillary with the damn hot sauce. Remember Hillary walked in there with some hot sauce and some chitlins and some pig feet. Some woo darling. I just love be some good old pig's feet and some Kool-Aid. That's all she was missing. That was crazy. The code switch be real.
After he and some political heavy hitters spoke to thousands of supporters at a stadium in Queens. And Republican Curtis Sliwa hit the subways again to talk about crime. And former Governor Andrew Cuomo, who's running as an independent, met with voters at a Harlem Senior Center. And he says he believes early voting numbers are in his favor. Voters ages 55 and older made up more than half of the turnout. Again, a dramatic shift from what we saw during the primary, when voters 25 to 34 dominated the polls and helped propel Mamdani to clinch the Democratic nomination. Now, the candidates weighed in on the voter turnout, and we did ask Mamdani if the surge in older voters is hurting his campaign.
That affordability is something that is robbing them of the ability to grow old in this city.
Don't you got a bunch of money locked in housing? What up, Cousin Lawrence? How the hell you helped him out?
Heard from so many older New Yorkers about the fact that they have been on waiting lists for senior housing for years.
In the primary, the turnout was totally different than they thought. Much younger, and the younger vote was a much higher percentage.
Continue the campaign.
This motherfucker, he's
people who drive this.
This is the person who get my vote. Why? Because he's an a-hole. He'd rather just take everybody down. He know he ain't gonna win, but he said, hell, if I ain't gonna win, nobody gonna win. This old man said, guess what? New York gonna burn the flames if y'all don't elect me. You give a damn. That's what I vote for. He is a stone cold a-hole. He got people threatening him to drop out, and he don't give a damn. He don't give a damn. If I vote for anybody, it's that mother effer. You know why? Because he ain't gonna. This is the thing. This is how people kill me. Y'all still don't see the play. This dude is like a dog. He said, I ain't quitting for nothing. I don't care who go against me. And I want to do a recount. That's what you should be voting for. I don't know nothing about him. All I do know is he don't care about screwing everybody else over to get what he got to get. That's what I'm talking about. Sir, congratulations. You keep at it, sir.
City, the working class, the people that I represent in this campaign, and we'll leave it up.
Let me tell you, this how dirty they doing that man. He ain't got no crowd behind him. This is him by himself and some poor old white woman beside him. Look like she might be on the spectrum a little bit. God bless her. I might be on there myself. They just doing that man dirty. Look at him. He ain't got nobody standing with him. He ain't got nobody standing with him. He just got the people behind him. He's sitting in the subway. This the crazy part. I done seen videos of New York subways for years. It's always crowded. For some odd reason, he on the subway, ain't nobody there. They didn't even usher the people off the damn subway. That's crazy. How the fuck they hide all them people? They don't even want people to act like they even near this man. Wrestler, you've been in New York all your life. Tell me you ever seen a New York subway that empty. They didn't got them people. They trying their best to screw this man to the point where they telling people stop riding the damn trains. We don't even want the people to even be around him on the damn trains. That's crazy. And he still ain't giving up. He still ain't giving up. Go ahead, Salawa. Whatever the hell your name is.
Up to them to determine the outcome of who the next mayor is.
And the candidates are expected to hit the campaign trail again today. But as for voters, if you plan on locking in your decisions early, polls open from 10 a.m. and close at 8 p.m. this evening. For now, we are live outside City Hall. Crystal Cranmore, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Man. Wrestler about to have be a socialist. So, what's the interview I wanted to see? What's the name? What's the weird dude name that ran for? Let me see if I can find it. It was an interview that the little Asian dude that was running for president a couple years ago, he did. Andrew Yang, and he was talking about AI on jobs. So this is exactly what I wanted to get into. This and the Amazon laying people off, because I don't think it's what people think it is. Now trust me, it's Amazon trying to cover their ass and get their money and give it to their stockholders, but it's not completely because of AI taking over people's jobs. So but this is Andrew Yang. I think he was a liberal or something before, but he talks about AI, and I think this is very important. Like, they keep warning y'all the AI is coming. Right? They keep warning y'all. They keep telling y'all what it's there. And I'm like, listen, let's get on this AI bubble. We got something now. It's like YouTube, right? That's how I equate it to, like YouTube, social media. People who got on YouTube earlier, shout out to Angry Man, shout out to O'Shea, shout out to all these other big YouTubers who've been on there for 15 years or more. They got on the early wave, and now look at where they're at. Right? Look at where they're at. You want to talk about keeping your money within the Black community. You want to talk about making sure your dollar goes further. You want to talk about generational wealth. I'm telling y'all, this thing is right in your face, but you too busy worrying about dick and pussy conversations to get your head out your butt. Like, you got a chance to be able to do something. Like, the way AI is working, you can literally make this thing to do what you want it to do, and it's going to keep evolving and evolving and evolving and evolving. But you motherfuckers are just too busy worrying about stupid stuff. And there's a trick of the goddamn enemy, as my mom say. But I keep it to myself because nobody gonna care.
For a conversation on the impact of artificial intelligence on jobs, the AI bubble, the New York City mayoral race, and so much more, Andrew Yang, he's the former Democratic presidential candidate, former New York City mayoral candidate, and now founder and CEO of Noble Mobile. It's a new wireless carrier. It's a very cool idea. It's aimed to encourage customers, if you can believe this, to limit their use of phones. And we're going to talk more.
Think about it like this. Do y'all know what the cloud is? You know what the cloud is? People pay a premium to keep their information stored in the cloud. You know what it is? It's servers. You can get your own servers, but these people basically forced everybody to force you to give them their information to hold it for you. You get what I'm saying? It's like a bank. Think about it. They came up, AWS, all of them. They came up. They said, "Oh, hold on. In order to keep you safe, we're gonna have to hold your information for you, and you're gonna have to pay us a monthly fee for it. If not, we're gonna hold your information." It's stupid. But guess what? People give them, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. Oh, we need to get generational wealth. Let's go on and get this music. Let's go in and fix up a bunch of raggedy ass houses that nobody can afford. Generational wealth for the family. You can put $5 in, and then it's gonna go to this fund, and it's gonna give out $50 million if I put $1,000 in. Y'all keep doing it, man. It's amazing.
More about that again as well. But let's start with New York, because we are getting ever so close to the actual election. I'm curious where you land on your candidate of choice and what you think is happening in this city right now.
I talked to folks who have access to the early voter data, Andrew, and the early.
Oh, gee, you can come up if you want, dog. I don't know why you're sitting in the chat. That's wild. Ain't nobody here anyway. You might as well just talk to me. It's just me, Lawrence, you, and Lawrence and Butterfly. And you know Butterfly and Lawrence on the same team, so you might as well just come on over. Shout out to the cousin Lawrence and Butterfly. You know I love y'all both.
Early vote's been good for Cuomo in terms of the demographics, the location. It's going to be tighter than a lot of people think. I have chosen not to endorse in this race. I have people working for both campaigns and have endorsed on both sides. I also met with both candidates. Haven't met with Sliwa, though, that I know him from a while ago. I just urge people to vote their genuine conscience and desire, and not hew to traditional party lines. That's the message I put out.
What's your assessment, though, given that you've actually met with both men? And by the way, we've had Cuomo on the broadcast. We've had Sliwa on the broadcast. We have not had Zohar Mamdani on the broadcast, though we've sought the interview many, many times. What is your assessment of him?
That let you know something. You only gonna go on a friendly fire. And this is CNBC. You would have thought back in the day he would have jumped on this. What changed? What changed? Am I tripping? What's 2025? 5 years ago? That democratic socialism stuff was all over the place. Everybody was interviewing. They couldn't wait to get on these shows, CNBC, CNN, MSNBC, all the other, I don't know. What changed? Same people talking. It was only 5 years ago. Now they don't want to go on these programs? What happened?
Him on a relative basis to Cuomo right now?
So Zoran is a very charming, very charismatic, and very intelligent guy.
All you got to do is just say some shit that people can't understand and they think you smart. Even if they know it's a lie. Y'all remember an episode of American Dad where, I don't know if y'all ever watched American Dad. Steve, let me see if I can find it. I know they're going to hit me for it. I know they're going to hit me for this, but I don't care. I'll cut it out later. Let me show you something. Come on up. Steve, I'm gonna show y'all why I'm talking about this. Y'all gonna see what I mean. So, it was this episode where American Dad. American Dad. My bad. American Dad. If y'all ever watched American Dad, so it was this episode where Steve kept following this British guy, and the British guy kept getting him all the trouble, and he kept on saying, "I need to stop following you, but I can't because your voice is just so convincing." He was getting every time you turn around, he was getting fucked up, and no matter what, he just kept following him down that damn tunnel. Let me see if I can find it. And that's what people do. Like, yeah, it sounds like a joke, but it is what it is. Everybody do the same damn thing. Everybody talk about how the Simpsons know how to tell the future. No, what they did was just took things from the past. They just took things from the past and just put it up there. What about what you think? What you think about all this dumb shit?
No, it ain't dumb, brother. I mean, it's making sense. I mean, the more you talk about it, I wasn't looking at it that way, but it's making sense.
Think about it. Like it's the same thing, man. It's not about knowing the future. They literally just look at the things, the events that happened in the past, because they realize it's going to happen again. It ain't hard. Nothing changed. Just a new time. Everything is just updated, but the same dumbass mistakes, the same thing. That's why I understand why people get caught up in this. It's a joke.
You is at your computer, right?
Mm-hmm.
I found it for you.
Oh yeah, drop it in the back. Yeah, he was following this British guy.
Yeah,
that shit had me rolling.
I don't know if that was British. It's the one called The Accent. It had not that you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yo, dog, that episode. He was like, I want you to stop. He's like, I know this is wrong, but I can't because your accent is just so appealing. That's all everybody do.
Yeah, I dropped it in the back for you. I seen that one. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, this is all American done. Yep. Here we go. Here we go. The point I'm making, even though y'all couldn't hear it, I'm sorry. The point I'm making is Steve knew at a certain point it was dumb as shit to keep following this dude. But because his accent, he sounded so convincing, he was like, I just can't help myself. That's all everybody does. Hey, like, I'm telling you, this shit is funny. And this is the crazy thing. Andrew Yang knows all these dudes is full of crap. But he can't say it because he cool with everybody. He need to get this bread because all of them in the same thing. Think of them. Think about it. One is a Democrat, one is a Republican, and the other one is a socialist. He cool with all of them. So that's how he told his fans. He like, I endorse both. How the fuck you endorse two people from the opposite sides? Oh, gee. What in the hell is this?
And you meet with him and you come across, you feel, okay, this guy listens, he's saying, we're going to be all right in terms of having a pragmatic leader. And then there are some people who sit with him and get that vibe and then just don't believe it. Right. Having spent time with him, I mean, I do believe he's sincere. I think his deciding to keep the police commissioner was a very, very positive signal because she has a huge amount of gravitas and credibility with the rank and file police officers. And that was something that a lot of people in my camp were pushing.
So here's a question about that. Please. So as I live in New York City, and I think
this is where, to me, the bullshit began. I watched this earlier. To me, this is where the bullshit began. And if y'all fall for this nonsense, congratulations. Y'all just followed that dude into the snake pit like Steve did the British dude. Check this out. Tell me if this makes any sense.
Jessica Tisch has done a fabulous job in the city.
Yeah.
And so that would be a good sign for him.
Yeah.
What I can't figure out is my understanding of all of this is that she will take this job under him with the proviso at some level that she has to be sort of left alone to go do this on a semi-autonomous way. So I think it's very easy in a way for him to say, I'll put you in the job, and for other folks to look at that and go, that's a good sign. And 3, 5 months from now, 6 months from now, say, hey, Jessica, you know, I want to actually reallocate some of the money that you're using towards, you know, reallocating certain police forces to do other things. And she says, that's not how we're going to do this. And then she walks out the door, and, you know, the city got the mayor that thought they were getting Jessica Tisch, and they actually don't get Jessica Tisch. What do you make of that?
If something like that were to unfold a few months from now, or a few mon's after he takes office, if he wins, there'd be hell to pay. But
there really wouldn't be hell to pay because he would be the mayor.
Well, there'd be hell to pay in terms of the police force, which, as someone who's been in this context, is a huge deal.
What you mean, the police force? What you think the cops gonna do?
I was thinking the same thing. What the hell are they? What are they gonna do?
Nothing. Go to take their ass to work, as always. Go ahead and believe this dumbass lie if you want. The man told you he wanted to defund the police and get rid of them. Like, yo, OJ, yesterday I was dead tired. Like, I was tired. You talk to me, right? Every day I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to deal with these developers in Pakistan. Shout out to 724, man. They go above and beyond. We got some new features that's coming out with the app. Shout out to them. But I gave my word to this business that I would be there at 6 p.m. Gave my word. I told him I'd be there, so guess what? I was out all day. Still, I went there to did it. And went. Even though I was out of my mind tired. I kept my word. I told him I was going to do something, I did it. Do you respect that, or a person who says, guess what, I'm going to get rid of the whole police department, and then 2 years later, oh, I'm not going to do it now because y'all telling me it's wrong? Which one would you trust?
I'm definitely not going to trust a nigga who comes back later talking about, I'm not going to do it because y'all going to say that I'm wrong. Like, nigga, just stand on business, nigga.
You stand on it. And this is the thing. Why do people keep doing this? Even if you don't like Trump or anything else, or if you didn't like Obama, if you didn't like Bernie, the motherfuckers stand on business, whether you like it or not. You stand on this old dude with the red hat that go to the side. He don't give a fuck. He told you he was going to stay in that mayoral race, and guess what he's doing? He's standing on business. The fact that y'all keep trusting people who ideas and who thoughts just go from left to right anytime the wind blows is fucking insane to me. It's insane. I don't get it. I do not understand it for the life of me, OG. Like Ruckus told me something the other day when we was here. Oh, you really don't know these people. They're not really your friend. Well, motherfucker, why would I say you my friend then? Words don't mean anything to people these days. Not one thing. That's why y'all could be on one platform where you say you don't screw with somebody, and then the next time you got a membership to their platform.
Uh-oh.
You talking shit about them, but then you got memberships on their same platform. You people are weird. But y'all love those type because the world is full of shit. That's why I say I don't understand y'all. People rarely stand on anything, and the people that do stand on it, the people who do stand for it, they usually excel. And then everybody else start hating on them because they stand on something. I don't care if I agree with you or not, but if you stand on business, you stand on, I know where I'm at. The worst thing you can have is a woman, when you come in the house, you don't know how the fuck she gonna act that day. You ever been in a relationship like that? You don't know whether she gonna be happy or sad, either the way the wind blows. Tell me that's not that blows you up, bitch. That is crazy.
It'll drive your ass crazy. Nigga, I'm gonna tell you that much.
It's crazy.
Dealing with that type of shit, motherfucker you don't understand. She don't understand anything, or better yet, not even the understanding part. It's just that you don't know when a motherfucker gonna flip out or motherfucker thought process is off. So yeah, I mean everybody didn't deal with that, but it's not something you want to be around. It will drive you crazy.
Say what you want about Sharon. The man fucking stands on what he say. You ain't gotta agree with it. The motherfucker stands. Say what you want about JP. The dude stand on what the fuck he say. You ain't gotta agree with it. It's crazy, but he stands on it. Shit is wild. Come on, y'all. Y'all remind me of Steve and a damn British dude who liked the accent.
Nigga got trampled by a horse. That shit crazy.
Oh, when Creed slapped Meredith in the head and ran off with a fire alarm. Oh my God, dog.
That shit that was funny in the bed. Supposed to yell, scream, run. Nigga slap the shit out of Meredith, nigga. Yeah.
Look,
gotta find him out.
Yeah. The butterfly said anybody can stand on dumb shit. You're right. You're right. You're 100% right. But at least you standing on it. At least you standing on it.
I can agree with that.
And so
that don't take away from the point. At least you standing on it. If you're gonna be, at least you standing on it.
Zoran, I believe, realizes he has a lot of fences to mend. He's been apologizing to groups of them, saying, "Hey, I'm sorry about some of the things I've said in the past."
But you
and
think,
so I think
you think that he disavows all the stuff that he said as recently as a couple of years ago?
I think it's a huge win for the city, Jessica Tisch, and Zoran for him to say, "Look, you've got it," because the fact is he knows this is not something that he has a strength in, and if Jessica Tisch can manage like a a vast police force, that's good for
Let me ask
everyone.
you a different question, and it goes to this sort of capitalism, socialism thing. It's such an interesting, even debate that's happening in a city that basically is the capital.
It's not the point if you rock with it. That's why the caveat was even if you don't like it. You get what I'm saying? That's the thing that killed me. Y'all don't pay the fuck attention. I don't care if you rock with it. I don't rock with it either. But he do it. He don't change. I don't care if we like it or not. He don't care. He still stand on it.
Of capitalism, if you will, for the world.
Yeah, we're sitting in it.
We're sitting in it. When I talk to people in the city who are voting for Zoran Mamdani, they say, Andrew, he's not a socialist. You don't understand. He's not a socialist. He's a democratic socialist. And I say, have you ever seen the things that this gentleman has said, even in the past 24 months about socialism, about the idea that he genuinely, I mean, you can go online and he literally says that he would like the government to seize the means of production. I mean, the words came out of his mouth. He talks about how he wants that socialism, not democratic socialism, but socialism is his, what he is after. And the split screen of somebody who said those things, as I said, within 24, 36 months of today, and then effectively saying, I don't mean those things, I think is why there's a lot of people in the city who don't believe what he's saying.
There's a bad habit nowadays, Andrew, is that a political candidate will say something either in the recent past or, maybe right now. And then some voters will be like, he's just kidding. And we've seen that in different contexts. I think that Zoran's been pretty clear about where he stands on being a socialist. I think.
Where do you think he stands? Where do you think he stands?
Which is, he says, I'm a socialist. I mean, I believe him. And so if there's a voter who looks at it and be like, he's not, I mean, you should just ask the man himself. But if you look at the polling among Democratic primary voters, socialism isn't the smear or negative philosophy that like a lot of people like you and me and Becky, and I'm sure a lot of people watching this at home, regard it as, because a lot of folks have been living in what they see as capitalism in a way that hasn't worked for them. And so I don't think socialism is like it's not hurting him with his base and a lot of
What does the early polling data suggest? Because if you look at the prediction markets, they're saying it's 99% plus that Mamdani will win this election.
Right now, a betting person would say that Mamdani is on track to win, but the margin is definitely tightening based upon who's turning out to vote. That you've seen a surge of voters in the early precincts among people that are going to end up pulling for Cuomo. That's older voters, and that's voters in certain boroughs.
So how do you think about Cuomo? You know Cuomo.
Yeah.
By the way, he's a flawed candidate too. All of these candidates are super.
Listen, he ain't wrong. Why hide it? I mean, rappers found that out a long time ago. He ain't hide the fact that he's socialism. Go ahead.
Why do they hide that shit? Because what I'm not getting is they trying to explain it, but they explaining that we are in capitalism, but I guess the people that they saying is running, I think they saying that they don't believe in it. They believe in socialism.
I think what he's saying is people who know he's a socialist, right, and want to just and vote for him, either they in two camps. Either they rock with him being a socialist, or two, they just want to deny what he is. It's like you having a badass girlfriend and the bitch keep cheating on you. But you saying, you know what? She'll change. She ain't really that bad. She ain't really that bad. So I'm gonna just stay with her.
But she fine.
But the whole time she fine. But the whole time you know she ain't shit.
Yeah. So you basically perceiving you putting something on her that you already know she ain't gonna do. So you want to expect her to do right, but you know she ain't gonna do right. So you just gonna delusion yourself into believing this. I get it.
Yeah, and we all do it. I mean, it's the same story over and over again. Nothing changes, folks. Just updates. And then these are the same people who gonna say you lied to me. No, he ain't lied to you. The man told you what he wanted the whole time. I gave Deuce an example. I told everybody I'm gonna come on this thing. One day I'm gonna be good. One day I'm gonna flip out. One day I'm gonna cuss everybody out. I'm going to tell you how I feel. I'm going to explain itself. I'm going to tell you my failures. I'm gonna tell you everything. And then when I did it, they say, "Why are you doing it?" You get what I'm saying?
Because it's been said. That's why I'm doing it, because I already said it. Yeah, I get you.
It doesn't make sense to me. People are surprised at it. Why? Why? You rob a bank. You know there's a chance you're going to get popped. If you get popped, take your damn pill for it. Say, "Oh, man, it's the system." No, come on, guys.
You rob the system, but you want the system to, okay, yeah, that don't make sense. Stand on business. Yeah, I robbed that motherfucker. Take a little time and come out and get my money if you hit it right.
Remember the Wire, the young boy who got locked up for all them bodies, and he was like, "Hey man, just go ahead and bring me a cheesesteak. I'll let you know anything you want, man." Yeah, I did it. Fuck it, I ain't gonna go. You know you did it. People are wild. You know what they have? They got no integrity. And integrity is not a good or a goddamn bad thing. It's just basically you saying you didn't stand on what the fuck you did. People try to make integrity seem like it's a good thing. It's not a good or a bad thing. It's basically you standing on what you did. It's standing on what you believe. And guess what? Your belief might not be my belief, but you still standing on it. That's all. But people follow the ones who lack integrity and then wonder why they come up with these scandals. Wonder why they come up with some shit. Come on, man. They tell you who they are. People rarely lie. They tell you exactly who they are. It's up to you to decide whether you want to deal with it or not.
Flawed in all sorts of different ways. And some people are voting, that I know are voting for Cuomo, are doing it basically.
Oh, that's a backward ass Oreo, ain't it? Ain't that crazy?
I don't even know who that nigga is. I think I've seen this nigga before, but I don't know who he is.
Eric Adams.
What the fuck is he? What is he?
He was the mayor. I think he is the mayor.
Okay.
He got his little young girl that he knocking off. He
got him a young tenderoni.
Yeah, a little young BBL chick. Little young BBL. Yeah. Should have known he had that thing stuck in the tuck.
Because they just can't pull the lever for Mondami. Yeah. And they're doing it almost holding their nose because they think of him as a flawed candidate, given a lot of the reasons that he left the role as governor.
Oh, there are a lot of people in my circle who are doing the same. You know, when I had lunch with Andrew Cuomo, he seemed like he'd grown, honestly. Like spending time with him, he seemed like he'd matured. That where if you'd been through some of the stuff he's been through, you can either kind of shrink or expand. And it felt like he was in the race for good reasons. But you know, voters are going to decide. They're deciding right now.
What does this say about money in New York City? There used to be a view that if you were wealthy in New York City, you were in the real estate industry or the banking business or what have you, given the amount of donations and everything else, that you know, City Hall was controlled by the elites. And no, right? I think that
I don't know. I think this is pushback.
And this is
and it's
the
not just
ultimate
this election.
pushback
This
to
is
that.
what we are seeing across the country. People do not want to see over the last decade plus the elites controlling things. You look at it in the media, you look at it from the polling booths, you look at it from any perspective.
The elites. You know the funny part about that? You kick the elites out, you're just gonna put your own people in who gonna become the same elites.
Yep, the revolving door.
The revolving door. I've been looking up the history of this country I'm living in, right? And they went through so many stages of dictatorships just under different names. Right? It's crazy. So you had the Haitians who actually took over after the so they came over here and decided to try to take over the Dominican Republic, which they did for a short period of time. But then they lost because they were spread too thin throughout the country. So they had to go back to Haiti. But then they had to start paying France back for what they did. So guess what? Dominican Republic took on its own regime. And that was the first regime that they had, right? But it was a regime from Spain that came over here and took over. They got pissed off at them. So another regime took over and said, we're going to kick them out. We're going to be better. So they became the elites. Then there was another regime after them that said they were going to become the damn elites. Nothing changes, bro. Nothing changes.
They're the same
Kick your people, I bring my people
in. Yeah, they're going to come in and do the same goddamn thing.
Hey, nothing changes. The problem is just move on to somebody else. That's why I say you got to become independent, man. Think about yourself. Got 3 people watching. I guarantee you, if I was talking about some dick and pussy shit that don't matter, nothing that's going to actually help you out, you'll be caring. That's why I gave up on people. I'm here to get mine, to be honest with you.
As you
Everybody
should.
talk about Charleston White. He got a message. No, he's just an asshole. He got a message. Because somebody brought up something a long time ago. He said he helped the kids. I ain't see one video of him with fucking kids. Maybe I'm wrong. OG might have known. OG probably know it. They from Texas. OG probably seen him in a million videos helping the kids out.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I have, especially with Stop 6 and the goddamn even the DISD, the Dallas school district and all that shit like that. But I mean, the one thing I haven't seen him do, bro, and when I know they ain't gonna show it, but they showed parts of it, is him going inside the jails with the kids and all that. But everything else, yeah, you see that shit. He's there, bro, with the little fundraisers with all the hood niggas and all that shit, you know, for Fort Worth and Dallas and all that. He goes different places and shit and does that little bitty stuff. But I mean, I haven't seen the big stuff that he said he did, like working with these. That's one thing I haven't seen him working with these congressional officers, and I think that's how you say them, the people in high places that deal with, you know what I'm saying, youth and going through the prison system and shit. And I haven't seen him link up with them, but they said he have. So I haven't seen evidence of that, but I seen evidence of everything else.
Okay, I was wrong. Go ahead, Charleston, do your thing. My whole goal is to get people not in the damn system in the first place. You can't stop that bowling ball from coming down that aisle, right? So what you do is just get the fuck out of the way. Like, that's my thing. I can't stop it. So guess what? I do my own thing.
But let me say this though. You ain't all the way wrong, bro. It's not like this nigga. Now, that's one thing I ain't gonna sit here and agree on, is that this nigga is up here he always have a message. Now it's not always a positive message. Just put it like that. He might have something that he want to get off or talk about somebody, and that can be the message that he relaying to folks. but it's not always positive. Sometimes it's a bullshit. You know what I mean? And some, you know, just like you said, people love the bullshit. So if he want to come on the internet and talk about somebody's children, or he want to go in on somebody, that's just entertainment. But he even know it too. He know it just like you know it, bro. When he come on here, and he even said it himself, if you listen to Charleston, when I was on her speaking all that good shit and doing the right thing, your motherfuckers didn't want to listen to me. But as soon as I get to talking that crazy shit, motherfuckers want to listen to me. So that's saying that the message that he was giving, people wasn't receiving because it wasn't bullshit. Same thing with you, just basically what you just got to saying. You can sit here and talk about all this good shit and bettering you, showing you certain things, but then when only thing that you really want to pay attention to is dick and pussy, or somebody doing something retarded, debaucherous, and then you will pay attention to. No, it should be both ways. If I'm up here with some bull and we having fun, pay attention. If I'm up here, you know what I'm saying, putting you on game about AI, pay attention. Should be the same.
And another thing people get caught up on, they get caught up on the person who's giving the message, right? And that's where I think you become screwed over. I was the book No More Mr. Nice Guy. I know everybody tired of talking about it. He had one part on there that he made sense. He said, when you make something your God, when a God does something you don't like, you feel devastated, right? When you make something your God, so think about it. They follow these people like they're it, like nothing they can't do wrong. Nothing they can't do wrong. The message coming from their mouth, they might switch up their message every 5 minutes, but it don't matter because that's their guide. Instead of just taking a message and going independently and saying, you know what, let me think about this, it makes sense, and let me go to another space to see if it makes sense, and put everything together and just try to use some common sense. No, they just go hand and foot over what that person said. And then when and something happens and that person screws them over, next you know they're extra devastated. It's wild, man. People do the same thing over and over again. They make the same damn mistakes. I don't get it, man.
Yeah, that shit's hard.
That's one of the things that technology has allowed is the upending of anybody controlling anything.
Well, Zoran's closing ads are, New York is not for sale, to your point. And so his message is, look, I'm going to return it to the people. And there are a lot of folks seeing that like, ooh, I like that, because they haven't enjoyed what they see as the period of elite control, which has gone for, you know.
Bill Ackman, and I'm pointing over here because Bill Ackman was just here recently talking about the mayoral race, made a comment online in the past, say, 48 hours, suggesting that Polymarket and some of these other prediction markets could be rigged. And that actually you shouldn't necessarily believe them in terms of how far ahead Mondami may very well be. And maybe he was saying that, frankly, to encourage folks who might otherwise not come out to the polls to vote for Cuomo to do so. Do you believe that these prediction markets can be rigged and are being rigged?
I think they can be wrong. I think they can be moved by a lot of people deciding to vote in a direction with their wallet, but I think it'd be very, very difficult to rig them for something this big. Not that long ago, people might not have as keen a sense of.
I swear to God, I knew I was going to trigger you. I knew he was going to trigger you.
That shit don't make no sense. Nigga. You mean to tell me that's not rigging something, nigga?
I was thinking the same damn thing. I was thinking the same damn thing. I was like, wait a minute, what? But I was like, let me see OG catch it too.
So
I was thinking
this is part of the system, man. We just gonna let a nigga with all the money control every goddamn thing, and not say
that that's not rigging.
Yeah, that's not rigging. That's just doing what I'm supposed to do because I got the bread and the capitalism. Nah, brother, look here, nigga. Just because you got the capital, nigga, don't mean that, nigga, you can come over here and spread your money wide and get people to do what you want them to do, nigga. That's rigging, sir. Coercion. And would they be somewhere in that realm? Like I'm paying you to do it, and when this is going to be effect of that, even though you probably don't even want the effect, but since I'm giving you the bread, you got to shut up and do what I tell you to do, nigga. Come on now.
Let me give you an example, right? Let me give you an example, OJ. Let me see if this makes sense. Over here, right? I developed the system, right? I told y'all the social media part of the app is called El Punto. It's just like Bumble and Instagram. Right. is a place for community engagement. So say when you visit, like I said, you might not know anybody around. Like I said, your profile page, they have their profile page. You can kind of communicate. And it's open. It's open. You can make your profile page private, where nobody can see you. You can make it available for people to converse within the area, right? Well, the reason why I thought about that is the government. I know it's going to be a long story, but stick with it, y'all. The government got tired of Americans going to these certain places and promoting prostitution, and it made it look like it was just a place for a free fall for everything. It was a bad look, right? So they didn't want the people on the streets. They didn't want the girls walking around. They didn't want the guys recording. There was so many aspects to it. So in my mind, I said, in order to try to get this thing, to get people to be able to still have some sort of fun, but not be out in the street, I'm like, maybe I can have some type of social marketplace. You kind of follow me? I don't know if this shit gonna work, but I said maybe they can have a social marketplace where they don't have to be walking around on the street. You can look at a girl's profile page and maybe send her a message, and then y'all communicate. Therefore, you're not walking around the street. I don't know if this shit is gonna work. I'm not saying it will, but this is the part of the story that kind of relates to what we're saying. It's a bar that's here, right? I'm not gonna give the name of it. It is a major sports bar, right? That everybody was hanging out in Sosu. Now, the people were saying, or the police were saying, oh, we're not trying to shut you down, but this is the key. They didn't try to shut them down, but they stopped anybody from going to the bar. You get what I'm saying? So it's not like, hey, we arresting the bar owner. It's like, hey, anybody that go in there, we're gonna check their ID. Anybody that's going there, we're gonna make sure we harass them. So therefore, no customers are going in there and you being starved out. Now it's not shutting you down, but it's what? Shutting you the fuck down at the same time. Get what I'm saying? So it's not like, it's not like the polls are being rigged because nobody physically going in there. But no, the money that's coming in is making sure people are putting these things in places where they want it to be. So therefore, it looks worse than what it really is. So you got commercials that's going out saying Mondani is up by 400%. This is the poll we have saying. You get what it's not being rigged, but the money is going. So people have got a way of forcing you out without forcing you out.
No, that's real. Because like I say, even with the analogy that you gave, bro, you still stopping the money flow. What's keeping them in business is people coming there buying the liquor. It's a bar. So if you stopping the people or not letting the people come in any other type of way, because even if they even do it themselves and be like, well, I don't want to go over there because of the police, the presence, right? And you being there, stopping those people from getting their highs, they're going to make money. So you got to take some responsibility. That's why I'm saying I don't understand what this nigga telling my nigga. And because you got all the money, nigga, and you pay these niggas to vote a certain way, nigga. Yeah, you controlling that shit, nigga. You get your shit together.
Hey, man, sometimes you can force somebody out without forcing them out. It's going to get better. We're going to get into Amazon firing half the, I think it's 14 or 40,000 workers.
What is predicted to happen because these prediction markets weren't there. You might see polls and then candidates. And by the way, I've been a candidate. You know what you say when the polls aren't going your way? You say, it's okay. Like, we're going to get some new voters that like the pollsters can't even find. And that generally does not happen, though it did happen for Zoran in the primary. And it's one reason why he surprised a lot of people.
Assuming he does win, given that he is the front runner, what's your expectation in terms of how the White House and this administration ultimately treats the city of New York? Because thus far, we have not seen the National Guard in the streets of this city. But there is a lot of anxiety, perhaps, that we could.
Boy, they might need the National Guard for them damn Africans taking over OG. You see this shit? How they ooh, OG, wait till I show you this. Ooh, look at this right here, sir. Boy, I seen this the other day. I said, God damn. It was on O'Shea D. Jackson. Here we go. Check this out.
Happened to be in New York. People were investing in the continent.
I need y'all to see these Africans
working together in the continent.
There we go.
by any means necessary. They can't work. They'll probably struggle to speak English. So what do they got to do? They got to start scamming. And it's not that they want to scam, but this is the only way that they can survive. So now you have these guys beating up on.
Boy, I know Butterfly going off with all these Africans over there, boy. He's seeing this. Woo! Woo!
On the American public. And the reason why they're beating
Ashy
up on the
fingers
American
and
public
everything.
is because their country
I
failed
was
to
just
do
about
what
to
it was
say, boy, them
supposed to
niggas
do,
need
which
lotion.
is protect its citizens. But instead, you have these leaders of these respective countries. They're doing everything but protecting their citizens because they're too busy protecting their damn selves and their own bank accounts and becoming gatekeepers and seat holders and controlling their wealth among their little small elite circles. And then obviously that leads to trust, the erosion of the private sector, incentivization. It creates bottlenecks. And so eventually, time over time, talented people in these countries say, we can't make it here. There's no way for us to be here. There is no life for us here. I need to go away. If it's not to America, it's to you.
No, what happened is you motherfuckers keep doing uprisings, and when you uprise, you put the same dumbass person that believe the same thing in there as the last person. No different. You kidding me? You got a country full of people who look the same, and they keep making the same goddamn mistake. That's the problem. Y'all done did uprisings over and over again, but what you do, you put the same type of leader that was in there the first time because he's just telling you something you want to hear with no major plan. Same like with Mondami or Magatami, whatever the hell his name is.
That would be self-endowment. They repeating the same process of the bullshit, and they know that it's happening, but they denying it. Like you said, you bringing in the motherfuckers that have the same ideology as you. Or ideology, or however the fuck you want to say it. It's the same
That's a fact.
mindset.
I know what you're saying.
I sure fucked it
It
up.
makes no sense. It makes no sense. I mean, if you look at the Castro regime in Cuba, same thing. Same thing. They fought for that. The funny thing is, I don't even want to get into that. That's too deep for everybody. I would tell y'all this. The reason why I stopped looking at race, because people are real slick with how they present things. So I saw a documentary for years saying the reason why Cuba uprising was because the darker Cubans or the Afro-Cubans were being mistreated by the European Cubans, right? So you had two different sides. So therefore the uprising was for the equality. And so the black Cubans, all of a sudden, then they had more, right? But the funny part is, I just started reading something lately, and they said the reason how they actually settled the way the Cubans or the black Cubans was being treated fairly was to basically get rid of all of them, basically start eliminating them. So therefore, like it was kind of like a trick. Oh, this is for y'all, but really in the back, you just eliminate them. Here in the Dominican Republic, they killed 50,000 Haitians in 1930. 50,000. Imagine that. They just 50,000 on the middle. Just, and this was in the 1930s, so cuz this wasn't that long ago. You don't need, you probably people was even living during those days. Now they probably don't even talk about it, act like it don't exist. And I'm not picking on the country. I love it here, but what I'm saying is nothing changes. Everything stays the same. It just get updated in cycles. What up, Spoon?
Spoon.
What up? You know it's Friday. I'm off early. I'm trying to
11
go pick
o'clock.
up this guy. Yeah, no. I only work to 10, nigga. What we doing here?
Shout out to the shout out.
You hear me?
Europe. So now Europe.
Everybody ain't able.
Right. Look at all these Africans walking around the streets of New York. Ooh, this look like Zimbabwe.
Suffers. If it's not to Europe, it's to Dubai. Let me tell you about Dubai right now, the UAE. It's so many issues with certain African immigrants. In my beloved
nice.
Uganda right now, there are people who are having an issue getting work visas into Dubai or to UAE. Same thing with Nigerians, right? Because somebody goes out there, you get a few bad apples can ruin it for the rest of the people. And so Africans are also mistreated there because of those few small bad apples. And then we talk about Pan-Africanism isn't working, then somebody is a CIA agent and somebody is hating. How am I hating? We just literally saw these guys on Canal Street terrorizing Canal Street.
Look at
and
that
the
right
reason why
there.
they're terrorizing Canal Street is because they were terrorizing their own.
Boy, white folks, black folks there think that white people scared of them. You see them crackers walking around that, excuse me. You see them white folks walking around that goddamn area time like they ain't scared of nothing. I'm telling you right now, you couldn't pay me to walk near all them goddamn area.
I'm gonna
Shut
tell you
up,
how
take the
you
shit
lying.
out.
I'm gonna tell you why it's bullshit. Them motherfucking crackers are scared. No, they just don't say nothing because
What?
they have been beaten into submission for these
That's a
niggas,
lie.
man.
That's a
What?
lie.
Okay, wait, Tom. Those are not niggas, bro. Those are Africans.
I know what they is. I know what they is.
The difference between them Africans and the niggas is
Okay.
they products is there to sell. The other products was there to make money. The crack is different from a purchase of a bag or a watch. What the fuck they getting all these goddamn supplies at?
From Asians. That's what they usually do. They get it from Asians. Now, I don't mean niggas in that aspect, OG. I meant
I know.
The other African colonized motherfuckers who can't do for themselves. Yeah, them motherfuckers. I'm about to get a ticket. Oh no, man, I'm going the right street. Never mind.
I don't know, Tom. I just don't think because they got plenty of ways to go. They ain't got to go through there. So why? They ain't got to be harassed by there. So why go there? I don't think they scared.
Well, they in the United States, and they look like they in what is it, downtown New York City.
Especially in Chinatown and all of them. I don't know.
Yeah, man, them motherfuckers. Hey, Rez, is them people scared of them Africans over there, dog? Because it don't seem like they is, bro. Look like they vibing with them, but then these two are the ones that's opportunities. These are the people that's entrepreneurs. So I don't think these are the ones they are scared of. I think they identify with them because they see I hate to say it, that bullshit ass American dream.
I don't even know what the fuck that is, but all right.
Again, making ends meet, sir. Starting from, remember, getting it out the mud. That's what them niggas is basically doing. That's what you call getting it out the mud. Before you have a mortar shop, you know what I'm saying? Something that's stable. You got to sell on the street, brother. You got to get that product out there.
Hey, them motherfuckers, they make that shit look like a goddamn, what the fuck do they call that shit in fucking Afghanistan? God damn it, what is the word?
Yo, Tom, but OG, you know what we should do? This is, Lord forgive me. We should return the favor what they did to our ancestors. We should do to them. Sell them back to Africa with the white man.
That's the whole fact.
Yo, tell them it's free shit on this boat. And so they get on that boat, shackle them, send them right back. Hey, we return the favor. Don't worry about it.
Hey, LA, the fucked up part about it is, nigga, if we done that shit, nigga, it only take us one trip. We just got to empty out a cargo ship. We'll fit all them.
That's a whole fact.
Get your ass over here, nigga.
We see y'all in 400 years. We see y'all 400 years. Oh my God, cuz just return the favor. Hey, ain't no shade. You just go in and just do it like y'all did.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Them white women walking around with them skirts on. That's crazy.
They know how to do is how to scam somebody else. This is not to say that every person can be like this,
that
right?
thing assy as
Because
shit.
when you're smart and you're intelligent, you're doing good.
Fat and
The
wrinkly.
world typically doesn't speak for you. You don't really get a
Look
whole
all them
lot of
goddamn
props for it.
purses,
You know, we
bitch.
do know
OG, I'm with you. They ain't got no money. Every time saying they getting it from Chinese people. How the fuck they getting the money, Tom?
All them goddamn purses, nigga. Goddamn.
That's still a few $100s worth of product. What are you talking about? That still don't make sense. OG, right? How the fuck they getting that money?
I don't even know. They working on consignment or something. Nigga, you bring me back after what you sell, nigga. I don't know, nigga, but this shit is crazy. I ain't know that they were doing it like he said they knockoffs. But where you get the knockoff at? But okay, look, so this is the problem. They got a whole goddamn, this is worse than the drug trade right here. What it looking like to me. I mean, goddamn, you come over here, you ain't got no bread, but all of a sudden you got all the goddamn knockoff product in the world. Nigga, you Frank Lucas the game. How did you get those fake product over here and into your hand? Because obviously I know y'all niggas is not carrying this shit over. I'm pretty sure they come anything that come across the border, and especially some shit that look like that. Was that Gucci? What fake ass Gucci, nigga? They gonna confiscate that. They won't even let you go through an airport or something, nigga, with certain shit. So, nigga, come on now. You have to literally pay if you coming from overseas and you doing it the right way. You have to pay for this shit. So to think that these niggas is letting me, and I know these niggas is not making that product over. Ain't no way in hell these niggas went to the Dollar Tree or somewhere and sold this shit together here in America. This shit was pre-made somewhere else and sent over here, and it's distribute nigga like drugs. That's what I believe. That's where I'm at right now. I might be wrong, but that's where I'm at.
It was this flea market back in the 90s in New Jersey. I think it was in Patterson, New Jersey. I might be mistaken with the town. It was right over the bridge from Philly, right? And what it was is it was a place where everybody used to sell everything that was fake. When I tell you this shit was crazy. So I remember for years, my mom and them would never buy me anything expensive, like anything dope, right? So a lot of my family used to wear stuff, like all this. They used to wear like all this like polo and when Tommy was in and Nautica and Gucci down to the socks and everything, right? Dressing fly. I'm like, God damn, what the fuck? Y'all got y'all family the same family as mine. Why your parents spending some money and mine ain't, right? So come to find out, all of Philly was going over to Jersey and getting all this knockoff shit and pretending that they was living a life just like this. But it was just a big ass flea market. I don't even know if it's still there or not. They might have shut it down. But everything was knockoff, guys. Every goddamn thing. And all them dudes that you thought was getting money and buying all this expensive shit, you would see them inside the flea market, walking around with bags full of shit. You would see them all. I forgot the name of the damn flea market. I don't even know if it's still open or not. This is in the 90s we went there. I don't even know if it's there anymore. I'm telling you, it was getting jeans for like 5 pair of Gucci jeans for like $30. This is in the 90s. I'm telling you. I wonder if that shit, I gotta find a name there. But I can't call nobody because they're gonna deny they was there. No, I seen you. I seen you there. Don't make me call your name out. He was there. Wearing that same knockoff stuff like me. Oh, I had some knockoff jeans, boy. Them things last about 2 whole weeks. Shout out to the shout out.
Africans can do good in Europe and America. But see, bad news travels faster than good news. And when you put this mirror up to the continent's face, the continent don't want to see that. The continent wants to see somebody like Walter Maya, somebody that can come out and tell the beautiful stories of Africa. And he's a legend for it. No doubt. I mean, I met him myself.
Oh,
he's
my
a great
God.
person for doing that, right? But literally what you don't see when Africa wants you to talk about how great it is and how many great buildings it has and how many nice restaurants it has and how many nice expensive car dealerships and 5-star hotels it has, they don't want to show you this shit right here, which is corruption, which is some lies, which is not doing good business, which is being down bad, and it forces.
You know the funny thing about corruption? Corruption feels more tolerable when you home. When you away though, and you in a corrupt place that's away, because every place is corrupt. I don't know why we playing games. But your corruption feel a little bit more easy when you home. To me. I don't know how y'all feel. Like when you move from Oklahoma, Texas to Oklahoma, did it feel different for you? Was it easier for you and shit? I told you it's illegal to have a muffler in the Dominican Republic. I swear. Can't have one here. Can't have a muffler here.
People out of opportunities to go elsewhere. At the same time, these same leaders and these same people preach Pan-Africanism all day long, and you have 500 ladies from almost every East African country going to be maids in Saudi Arabia and getting their passports held there in Saudi Arabia by Booking, okay, a company. And these are Ugandans doing this, and these are Kenyans doing this. These are Tanzanians doing this, selling their own people over there because that's the only way they can make money, because the governments fail to do their job. And when you fail to do your job, everybody else becomes calamity across the world. They affect other people negatively, right? And then people start to have
the National Guard in this city because Eric Adams has been our mayor and he's been under the thumb of this president. And I think you can say that almost empirically to some degree based on this unusual settlement that he reached with them.
Well, one data point you do have, Andrew, is that the Republican National Committee has already been ginning up advertising the expectation that Zoran wins, saying like, look, this is today's Democratic Party. I'm sure the Trump administration would love to have him as a foil. Now, to your point, it's not like Andrew Cuomo has been on the good side of Trump either. But I do know, and this isn't controversial, that Republicans would be pumped to have Zoran in their advertising.
Just back to the capitalism piece, and then I want to get into AI for a second. This idea that the country, or large swaths of the country, and definitely large swaths of the Democratic Party, seem to be saying, look, this capitalism system is just not working for them. And that they are...
What did that mean? I don't understand. What you mean it's not working for you? I don't understand that. Capitalism is not working for you because you usually your lazy ass ain't doing enough. Usually when you get a chance to work overtime or you got a chance to go to a party, your fucking ass go to a party. Usually when you got a chance to save some money, you decide to buy a pair of Nikes. What do you mean it's not working? I told you everybody get a chance to get something. It's up to you to decide how far you're going to go with it. What do you mean it's not working? Stop making bad decisions and it'll work. It's going to be the have and the have-nots for a reason. No matter what you believe in, socialism, capitalism, communism, Marxism, Buddhism, BBLism. It's only going to work for you if you put, it only works if you actually put effort and put your time and energy into it. What do you mean it don't work? Oh, this thing is not working. Well, guess what? Work harder, bitch. Simple as that. Everybody always talk about sowing the seed. I know I've been stuck on that. People want to be able to put $1 in and get 5,000 out. It's unrealistic. I don't get it. I am broke as flip. I can truly admit it. All my money is going into this company. Every dime I'm pushing. But I know for a fact it'll pay off. I put the time and the effort. I don't sleep. I'm up 3 o'clock in the morning talking to developers in Pakistan. I'm doing a damn show right now for free just to promote a business that y'all motherfuckers act like y'all can't believe in, but I'm willing to do it. I'm putting my damn name on the line for something I believe in. Y'all are crazy. This is why I gotta agree with Butterfly. There's some of the shit that JP say is fucking wild to me. Make better decisions. And if you don't make the better decisions, then just live with the damn results. Don't say it's not working. No, bitch, you not working. It's crazy.
Apt to want to try something else. What do you make of that? And do you think that's going to be a larger trend in this country? Is this just something that's happening here? You know, I know some Democrats and Republicans who say, you know what, let it happen because it's going to prove to everybody that it doesn't work. I don't know if that's the right path either, frankly.
Yeah, we don't want to live that. You know, no one wants to go through that period.
See, this is what I'm saying. The bullshit. This is what I'm talking about. Lord forgive me. Andrew Yang is so. What are you doing? You just said you literally just said out your mouth early in the goddamn interview that you endorsed both of them. Now you're saying it's not going to work. If you know that's the truth, tell people. Why endorse both? That is wild to me. Hey, you ain't got to tell me. I know it don't work. So why you just say you endorsed this moron? What? But hey, his followers will be like, hey, he's the truth. No, you're a liar. Just like all the rest of you.
So first, let me say I think this is all misguided and misplaced in the sense that socialism has failed where it's actually been implemented. But I do think that the anger and frustration around this version of capitalism is going to get stronger and stronger. And it's not just a New York thing, it's an America thing. By the way, and we're about to talk about it, AI is compounding that. Right. Because if you believe in the American dream that your kid goes to college, will get a good job, I mean, that's going to become less likely as entry-level jobs get automated.
And once again, this is another trick that y'all gonna keep falling for. AI is not taking over your jobs anytime soon. The motherfucker can't even hold a sentence together. Half of the time it hallucinates. You gotta hire somebody to monitor the AI to make sure it don't tell anybody the wrong thing. AI is not taking your jobs anytime soon, folks. It has a long way to go. That's why I said, get your ass up and start investing and learn about it now. So when it actually is taking over people's jobs, then you can actually you can benefit from it. But right now, it is not. That's why I had to hire a bunch of people to monitor this crap. AI is not taking over your job. It can do certain things well, but it is not the type where it can just literally walk in, or you can set it up and it does everything for you. It doesn't work like that. So guess what? But they want you to believe it does. The elites do.
Because they already thinking about using it though. So they're gonna be the first ones.
They already know though.
Yeah. So they
already know it's a long ways away though. OG, this shit ain't happening. This shit ain't happening 2 or 3 years. I'm talking about this maybe 20 years down the line where AI really can take over.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I agree with you on that part. I'm saying why they doing it, bro, is because again, if they put the fear in you that something's going to happen before we get there, bro, it's like it's telling you the cause. You know what I'm saying? And it's already projecting in your brain, bro, what you should already be thinking that you less than. So it's working. I mean, see, you even said it right there and there. It's people that really out here think, bro, that these motherfuckers already got their job is done for. So some of these motherfuckers is already at the point of giving up. And when you get enough people that are giving up, what they're going to end up doing is just pushing it more to hurry up and get it done because of the lack of people want to do. That's just my thought process. I'm like saying, you know.
And I think one of the evil tricks is they tell them that, oh, it's going to take your job. But instead of telling people, guess what? You can actually learn about it and make your own way with it. But people ain't gonna want to do it. They just look at it like, oh, it's something that's gonna take your job. But I'm like, listen, it's coming and you can't stop it. So let me learn how to deal with it with my own power. I don't want to be somebody, I don't want to be a worker. I don't want this thing to whatever.
So to the AI piece, we keep talking about, Microsoft, Meta, Google just came out with their earnings. They're spending an extraordinary amount of money on all of this.
Guess what? You could be getting some of that cash, you dumbasses.
I keep thinking for them to actually grow into those earnings, meaning grow into those valuations, they have to create an extraordinary amount of productivity.
Yeah.
That means that there probably has to be a lot less jobs ultimately.
Yeah.
And then the question is, who's going to pay for all of this stuff?
Yeah, where's the revenue going to come from? Because right now the valuation suggests that revenues have to 10 or 20x pretty quickly in order to justify the tens and hundreds of billions that's being invested in computing infrastructure and AI and everything else. And that money would have to come from somewhere, either consumers or corporates. Look, AI is real. It is decimating entry-level jobs. You are seeing it from the Amazon report, from Chegg. But at the same time, I do think that there's exuberant optimism in terms of the pace at which those revenues are going to show up and the pricing power that these AI firms are going to be able to enjoy because there are several of them.
Right.
There's also competition ultimately from Chinese models.
All right, let me show y'all this report. Pink Book, shout out to Pink Book. She did this. Amazon. And this is the last story, and I get up out of here because y'all don't give a shit anyway. Shout out to the shout out.
That's the thing.
Shout out to the shout out.
Tonight, Atlanta-based UPS was quietly.
No, I'm saying I've been wanting to hear this. I want to know.
Tom.
Yeah, I want to know what part of Amazon did they get rid of all these people in?
I got a news report on this too. So Amazon responded to this, dog, and it was so full of crap, but also was, I agree some sort of. I explain it after this.
More than 1,000 jobs per week this year.
The cuts are part of a major shakeup at the company, and at the same time, Amazon is also eliminating jobs. 11 Alive's Doug Richards breaks down what's behind these changes.
Tractor trailers roll in and out of the UPS warehouse off I-85 at a fraction of the pace they did a decade ago, when UPS's biggest customer was Amazon. Now Amazon delivers its own packages, and both companies are now reducing their workforces here in Metro Atlanta. UPS, at its headquarters in Sandy Springs, announced it has cut 34,000 jobs in its operational workforce so far this year, plus 14,000 mostly management jobs. The company told investors it expects to save $3.5 billion by the end of this year, with the intent to right-size our business to create a more efficient operating model that was more responsive to market dynamics.
I think we knew that was coming.
No, what they found out is they got too many managers that they ain't doing shit. So they found out they can cut $350 billion and give it back to their shareholders, therefore invest more into the company. That's what it's all about. You got a bunch of people sitting around ain't doing shit, getting paid a higher dollar amount. They didn't make themselves useful. They thought they was at a company that was just going to be there forever, and they thought they was going to have job security forever. Not realizing that Jeff Bezos and the rest of them are cutthroat. That's all that was about. But shout out to the shout out.
Obviously, the relationship with Amazon has shrunk.
Did you know UPS quietly cut 48,000 jobs this year? Now, it didn't happen all at once, but gradually throughout 2025, UPS eliminated 34,000 operational roles and another 14,000 management and executive positions. Most of those affected were drivers, warehouse workers, and management. It's all part of a massive restructuring after UPS walked away from a big chunk of its Amazon business. They're calling it, quote, efficiency, but workers recognize it's a massive layoff. And me, I'm calling it, I told y'all this was coming. UPS actually warned this would happen. It wasn't a secret. They told the public what their plan was, and now we're seeing they implemented it. Last year, I reported that UPS complained Amazon deliveries weren't very profitable. The volume was high, but the margins were low. So in early 2025, UPS made a deal with Amazon to cut package volume by more than 50%.
All right, not to cut it off. So this is what I'm talking about, why my business model here in Latin America. It's not worth these businesses, UPS, FedEx, Amazon, to deliver to these places because it costs more for them. Their bottom line is not worth it. So they rely on secondhand delivery services. So what I did was I set myself up as a second delivery service for them, a last mile delivery service. So therefore, we could take the volume off them that they don't want. That's still millions of fucking dollars there. That's to them, that's a drop in a bucket. They don't care about that. But to us, it's everything. But because guess what? You see it as a black company or me, you don't think you were able to get that type of money. Because y'all, and this is the problem. Y'all still always gonna be stuck. Y'all want to donate the bullshit black history museums to tell you about your past. Think about your past, bitch. You ain't gonna never remember your fucking future. Oh, OG, Lord forgive me. I said I wasn't gonna do that. I said I changed.
No, you good. You good. I'm just thinking, bro. Like what part of the business, bro, is getting took over? And again, if we go by what you were saying, which makes sense, a lot of people in position, you can get rid of, you can cut the fat up off the business and make more money. That makes sense. But everything else, bro. I mean, I don't see them niggas being automatically dropping off packages. I don't see what they're gonna have a machine that gets out the drives the motherfucking package to you, get out the motherfucking, carry it to your house, get back in the motherfucker, then drive to the next location. I don't see technology that motherfucking far advanced, bro. You still gotta have humans that control that part.
What they do is they use the AI to optimize routes. So it's cheaper. Like I say, it's cheaper for them to outsource a lot of this labor. And that's where we come in at. It's cheaper to outsource it to smaller companies like us, right? But you just have to position yourself in the right way in order for them to trust you. You got to make sure, they got to make sure I don't have niggas in there stealing people's packages. They got to make sure the warehouse is secure. They got to make sure you got to be on the up and up. You can't go in there and act like you just dealing with Billy Bob and cousin JoJo and them, and you're going to just have them around there scanning packages and delivering people smoking weed. They going to get me the fuck up out of here. So what they do is they made sure they cut the management because they figured out they wasn't doing shit, and low entry jobs where they can have robots just taking packages from their warehouse throughout the warehouse and dropping them off, and then have certain people real delivery drivers, and then they outsource a lot of that the secondhand delivery or second last mile delivery to businesses that's in smaller towns that they don't even want to deal with because it's not worth their gas money, and just pay them and just charge that cost off to the customer. It's a whole ecosystem. These motherfuckers ain't playing. We all just catching up. They'd have had this shit and been the works forever.
It sounds like I just don't. They model, bro. You cut the fat on everything else that you can. So basically, if I ask you a question, you and Spoon a question like, what is the most important? What was the most important part of Amazon? Because obviously, to me, the most important part is not the internet site, not the way that you do the logistics of it, getting everything out. It's the motherfuckers who delivers the package. Them are your backbone. That's where you're gonna make your money at, right? The people have to receive this type of stuff. So everything else I'm thinking in the company of Amazon can be automatic, or it can be automated, can be ran by a robot, besides that part of delivery. So those would be your most people, bro. I mean, everything else can be optimized, bro. You don't need 10,000 motherfucking managers to look over. You can literally, I'm pretty sure they already got it set up. They got machines that push products anywhere that they want to push it to around their warehouse so they can get rid of it. We'll put it in the truck and then get it shipped out. But putting it in that truck and getting it shipped out will be the person that you would need to work. Everything else can be controlled by a machine.
I think, in my opinion, I think Amazon don't give a fuck about logistics anymore. One bit. They figured out a long time ago data is king. They make more money off AWS servers than they do off of any packages being delivered. So you know what they do? They make sure they set up Amazon fulfillment centers that everybody else owns, and then the Amazon get to pop their name on it, and then we pay a commission to Amazon. They don't give a damn about this logistics anymore.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If they can get it to you, as long as they can get it to you from their spot, it's out of their hands. Their job is done. You the one that's going to be doing all the deliveries. You the one got the system set up for the product to be moved. Like you said, it's a second party type thing. So if just imagine, what if they shit was all automatic, but yours wasn't? You would have the same model and the same stuff that they had. You would be like, well, y'all get everything automated for me. Have everything set up. Well, just let me know when I need it. And that's what the programs, the AI, and everything else we're going to, letting you guys know where it's supposed to be going. Everything else, you just do your part. But you hands on. To me, I think this company is trying to go hands off. It's making more sense to me, and that's just from a business point, that if I can optimize my whole business to a computer, but the physical part of the job, the labor part, I can dish off to a sub company, I won't be losing.
Ding. Where do you think StackBot comes in at, sir? It's not worth it for them anymore. So they'd rather pay me. That's millions of dollars, cuz. But because it's not showing a black museum, it's because it's not a blackity black, because it's not Black Wall Street, the shit that's never going to exist. You dumb fucks can't wrap your mind around it. Come on. Think for a second. Y'all rather go to these Patreons and get told you can just invest your money in crypto. But they'll never actually give you the game. They just give you enough to say, hey, it looks good. I know this person. Damn.
Back in Q2, UPS also announced plans to close nearly 100 locations and lay off 20,000 people by mid-2026. I reported that too. Well, here we are in Q4 2025, and they've already shut down a lot of facilities and laid off more than the 20,000 projected. They got rid of a total of 48,000 people. This is also a major blow to the Teamsters Union. That's the part nobody's really talking about. Remember when they celebrated that big 2023 contract win? Well, UPS found another way to win through restructuring. They used buyouts and operational changes to cut tens of thousands of jobs, a lot of them union members, while still staying within contract limits.
Guess what? They knew these greedy asses, and I'm about to get out of here. Y'all not paying attention. And honestly, I gotta go work on my company. I'm good. So I'll finish up the show tomorrow. But they realized a long time ago that greed is king. And they realized people would rather take $10 right now and then have $20 tomorrow. You get what that's saying? They realized people rather take $10 right now and then have $20 tomorrow. So they didn't break any labor rules. They just use people greed against them. Why do you think payday loans is so great? Why do you think credit cards are so great? They just giving you what you want, player. They're giving you what you need. They gave the union a couple dollars. They told the union members, hey, man, don't worry about it. Take this couple dollars. You could be able to find another job doing the same thing somewhere else. It is what it is. It's reality. They knew this. They knew it. That's why they didn't care. They gave them raises laughing. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. It's always the have and the have-nots, folks. There's always the have and the have-nots. Let me get to this article and I'm gonna get up out of here. So, Amazon responded. It said they didn't cut 14,000 people because of money. It cut them because of culture. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what the fuck did that mean. I don't know. So the CEO, I guess the chief executive, Andy Jesse's explanation for why the company is cutting 14,000 employees, not money, even though they gave all that money back to its shareholders. That ain't the reason. Not even AI, but the culture. This is the culture of money. He's right. The layoff announcement this week was not really financially driven and not really AI driven. Not right now. It's culture. Jesse said in response, and this is why I say he's not completely full of crap. I don't think he's completely full of crap. You know why I say it? Because they found out a long time ago, the managers that work for these companies don't do things. Don't do a damn thing. They were just paying them for nothing. They could pay an underling to do the same job and cut that cost. They figured it out. So it is culture. It's the culture of money. And Amazon quarterly sales grew 13% year on year to $180 billion. Amazon is worth like $2 trillion right now. It's ridiculous. Just explained that the Amazon added to its head count, locations, and lines of business in recent years. You stack up. You don't rely on one stream of income. StackBot, we have delivery services. We have the social media feed. We have the pin system. We have the buy for me. We have the promotionals. We have the store's advertisement. We have the stock ticker. We have so many streams of fucking income. Amazon cowed it up. So guess what my dumb ass did? Cowed it the fuck up. But because most of y'all can't see past your own eyes, you don't see it. But you won't see. But hey, if I'm Charleston White, they be saying this is a genius move, ain't it? Amazon headcount peaked to more than 1.6 million in 2021. It ended up last year around 1.5 million according employees. God damn. According to SEC filings, yeah, they was like 1.5 billion. It can lead to slowing you down as a leadership team. So that's what they cut the fat. Bezos, how he started off was something called the pizza. He wanted small warehouses in different places that work together. He called it pizza slices. That thing blew up. And they still was making a lot of money. But they found out, guess what? If they go back to their original roots, they can save a lot of money and give it right back to their shareholders. That's a good problem to have. Y'all might think it's screwing people over, but it was common sense right in your face. It was throwing your face. Although Amazon said this week that the layoffs were more about staying nimble in anticipation of future AI efficiencies, the layoffs have nonetheless spurred fears about the technology replacing human workers. Say what you want to say on it, man. Guess what? We all gonna still use Amazon.
That's a fact.
We all will still use Amazon. You could be in. It's the crazy part. Even the people that fired Amazon fired, they still gonna use them. Dig this. We can't get Amazon in Latin America. So you know what your boy did? He got affiliate links. So the package is gonna go to Miami. Or they gonna go right on our website and order straight from Amazon, and we get it to them over here in Latin America, and we deliver it to them. So now they got Amazon here next month. But hey, everybody else smarter than me, like OG said. Like I said, if anybody give a damn and want to know more about the company, you can go to my website. Not the website. You can go to my Facebook right now. StackBot Global. You can go to StackBot CEO. Everything is in the description of the YouTube channel. Like I said, if people want to actually get interested and know more about AI, I'm an open book. I told y'all I'm learning as I go. I swear to goodness, I don't know everything. I'm not trying. But the more I learn, the more I'm willing to share that information. And you ain't got to do a Patreon or some shit like that. But now I'm starting to see why they do Patreons. I'm not even mad at it. Because you mother effers don't listen to anything that's free. You don't. You don't respect it if somebody's trying to give it to you. That's why you got to force them to pay for it. But it is what it is. That's your problem, not mine. I appreciate everybody for being here. Man, OG, we'll see y'all. I guess he'll see y'all tonight because he's doing the show, not me. I quit.
Yeah, I gotta, yeah. I'll see y'all tonight. Yeah, same time as usual.
Yeah.